Welcome to another edition of Stay Home, Stay Fit. Today we're going to focus on some basic exercises. And when I say basic, I don't necessarily mean basic movements. I mean basic exercises that are going to transition really well to a lot of different sports. We're going to work a lot on building power and strength through movement patterns that you have to use for lacrosse, if you're a defender, or if you're on offense. For tennis, a lot of rotation, a lot of trunk rotation, a lot of upper body strength, and a lot of stability and power through the legs. Believe it or not, you can build a ton of power with upper body requirements by building a really strong core, but also really strong legs. You're basically going to build power through your heels all the way up through the connected chain and out through your upper body. So that's what we're going to focus on today. I'm going to ask you to pause the video after this segment, and you're going to see a list of all 3 circuits that we're going to do in this workout. So I want you to push pause when that list comes up, and I want you to get your notebook or your paper that you're using, and I want you to write down this workout before you get started. I would suggest that you grab yourself a notebook and keep a record and a journal of everything that you're doing to exercise, to get fit, to get yourself in shape. Write down all your workouts, write down what you're eating, write down how you're feeling, good, bad, indifferent. Just keep that with you and write down whatever it is you're doing to take care of yourself. Here we go. First exercise we're going to do is a back pedal under resistance. So grab a resistance band. You're going to put it right around your butt. It's going to look weird for me because I'm the one that's recording it, but I don't really care because no one else is watching. Okay, you want to get down in an isolated squat, and you literally want to start back pedaling. Lift those legs up. And just try to pull. Don't let that band pull you back. We're not going for reps and we're not going for a specific amount of time. We're just going until we get fatigued. Just be careful when you get fatigued. You come out of this slowly so you don't pull yourself into the pole. Try to keep your back up. Okay, we're not going to hinge here, right? We're going to stay upright and back pedal. And slowly come out of that back pedal. All right, this is called gas pedal brake. You're going to get your resistance loop and you're going to put it right in the middle of both feet. All right, you're going to make a 90-degree angle with your hips, with your knees. Arms are going to be overhead. I want you to drive that belly button into the ground. That doesn't mean suck your stomach in. It means engage your core into the ground. Arms are up here. Arms are over your head. Engage that core. And you're going to push gas pedal, brake. Really drive with your heel. Lead with your heel. And then you're going to engage that quad on the extension right here. Really flex that quad right there. Make sure your belly button's down. Don't let it arch up. Should not be able to get your hand through here. Should be no space here. Pull. Really, really pull it back as far as you can. Okay, we're gonna go back to that band. The reason I love this exercise so much is because for anybody that's not great at a traditional exercise, the resistance bands really add a level of work for your stabilizing joints that you don't get because when people are trying to do push-ups and they're not great at them, they cheat a lot. You can't cheat on these, right? So you're gonna get into an isolated lunge right here and really get low. I want your hands right at your pecs. And I'm gonna say this even if it makes somebody uncomfortable, right at the nipple of the pectoralis, okay? That's where your hands are. Drive them out. And then when you come back, don't let it come all the way here. Don't let it touch your body. Keep it out here so there's constant tension on that band. Hold it and slow on the return. Hold it, slow on the return. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold that last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slow on the return. Great job. That's your first circuit. I want you to take about a 30-second rest, and I want you to rewind and go back through that circuit again. Take another 30-second rest and go back through that circuit for a third time. Then, after you've done it 3 times through, you're gonna take a 2-minute break, get some water. When you take a break, I want you to be active, right? Your break is like this, you're kind of moving around, right? You're not sitting. Active rest looks like this, okay? Active rest, slow movements. Keep your body moving slowly for 2 minutes. And then get ready for the second circuit. All right, welcome back to the second circuit. We're gonna start with an exercise that's gonna build power, it's gonna build strength, and it's gonna build muscular endurance. And these are called lateral single leg hops with a pause or a hold. You'll see what I mean. You start here, okay, and I just want you to get used to this movement. Okay, you're gonna hop, 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 pause, hop, pause, hop, pause, hop, pause. And when you land, you want to reach. See how I'm getting lower? And I'm reaching. I'm really holding that. Okay, come out of it. You're going to hop, pause, hold the next one.
now to experience the Calm playlist on Spotify. Nothing but relaxing vibes from Khalid, John Mayer, James Arthur, John Legend, and more.
See how I'm staying long through that midsection, right? I'm really reaching with my front and my back, right? See that pause right there? You're really feeling that right here in the glute. When you get a little bit more comfortable with that motion, I'm gonna want you to add some pace. And it's okay for your first set to walk it, right? It's okay for you to just do this, really reach, come back out, recenter, go for the next side and really reach. See my back knee? It's almost at the floor, but not all the way. Walk it out, reach, really stretch right here. Look at my arms. Back knee doesn't touch. That's really gonna fry this. If you remember in the first circuit, we did backwards, backpedaling. So second circuit, we're gonna run forward under resistance. Same premise applies. We're not gonna go for a number of reps and we're not gonna go for a certain duration like 20 or 30 seconds. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna run as hard as we can and keep as much tension on that band as we possibly can for as long as we can go until we feel like we can't do anymore. Right below the hips. Don't let it pull you back. So I can tell you what started happening with me when I was getting tired. I was starting to run like this, right, as opposed to like this. So when you feel your legs starting to bow out, that's when you need to slow your pace down, but still see if you can pull those knees high and go out forward as far as you can. Whew. All right, we're gonna do some stick work. I want you to act like this is your lacrosse stick if you play lacrosse. Doesn't matter if you don't play lacrosse, this is still a good exercise. So we've got a resistance band here, close to the end. I want you to take one finger. That way you're gonna keep that band in place, right? You're gonna loop that one finger through the top of the band, okay? You're gonna get in this position here. You're gonna pull. Quick. I want you to notice I stopped the stick right here. I didn't let it get loose. You see how there's no tension here? You want to keep constant tension in that band, right? Okay? Come out of it slowly. I don't want you to send me a video of you getting pulled into the post. Switch sides. Remember, get that finger right through that loop, right? Okay? Other direction. And 5, 4, 3, 2, for 15. right, I'm gonna get a little bit closer here so you can see this forearm work. Anybody that has to use a stick, a baseball bat, or a racket, we need forearm strength, control, and stability and power. So that's why we're gonna do forearm curls. We're gonna get in this split lunge. We're gonna let that dumbbell come all the way down and curl it all the way up. Okay, for 15. Do these with a weight that you can manage, but it shouldn't feel so easy that you're just pumping them like this. See how I'm kind of moving into this? You don't want to do that. The wrist joint is the only joint that's moving. Let it come all the way down. Let's do 5 more. Last one. All right, you're gonna turn that dumbbell over and you're gonna do hyperextensions now. These are gonna be harder, so you might have to lower your weight, but now you're gonna turn the palm down and hyperextend it. Let it come all the way down. Try to get up as high as you can. Keep that elbow down, right? So if you have to do this, you can, but make sure the elbow doesn't come up, right? Keep it on your leg. All right, make sure you switch sides. Okay, get 90 degrees, as much as 90 degrees as you can right here. Five more for 15. Okay, you're going to turn it over and do hyperextensions. Remember, these are going to be harder, so if you have to drop the weight down, no harm in that. It's better that you execute them efficiently and don't sacrifice form. It's clear I need to do more of these. But I don't want you to get so stuck on those because they're not very dynamic. So when you're thinking about the sports that you're playing, rarely are you sitting here doing this for any point in a game or a match. So don't get so wedded to those that that's the only thing you do for your forearms. But also don't forget them either. Excellent exercise to build forearm strength. All right, next I'm going to show you 2 different tricep exercises. I'd love for you to do both of them, but if you have a preference to do one over the other, choose it. The reason I'm showing you 2 is because triceps are sometimes a hard exercise, a hard muscle group to target, and people do so many dips and they do them the wrong way, and they really put your shoulder at risk for injury. So I don't teach a lot of dips. So the first exercise is called a triceps skull crusher. Sorry, I don't come up with the names for these. Dumbbells are going to be straight over your shoulders, and you're going to bend just at the elbow. Make sure your arms are going straight up into the sky, and you're going to hammer those dumbbells up. Push that belly button. Push that belly button down all the time. Anytime you're laying on the ground for an exercise, really engage that belly button. Try to drive it through the ground underneath you, okay? If you're having trouble engaging your core, you can lift your legs up like this, and that'll help to push your core down. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for 5 more. And at the top of each rep, I really want you to flex the tricep, okay? Don't be lazy with these. Don't do them halfway, right? Don't be doing this. You need to make a 90-degree angle here, and then straighten that arm, flex it. Okay, that's one tricep exercise. The other one, some people argue that it's much more functional because you're doing it from a standing position. And especially for things like tennis or throwing a baseball or a lacrosse ball, it seems to translate more functionally to the field of play. So that's why I want to show you an upright tricep press as well. Gonna get your band overhead. And I want you to have your hands placed shoulder width apart. Get into a split lunge. Okay, and same rule applies. Okay, this is your start position right here. See how my upper arms are facing up? You're gonna push out. There's 10. Now I want to show you something. As I'm getting tired, what I really want to do is I want my arms to come down because I'm getting tired. You really want that upper arm to stay as up, facing up as you can, okay? I'm starting to get tired, so I'm starting to lower my arms. Don't let that happen. Now if you really want to show off, you can do both the skull crusher and the standing tricep press. All right, congratulations. Teddy, you're coming to congratulate me for job well done. Thank you. This is a glute bridge. This is for hamstrings and glutes. Hamstrings and glutes. You're going to take a weight. You can get a towel. You can roll up a towel if you want to, if you feel like it's going to bother you. You're going to put it right where your hip hinges. And this is just a milk crate. You can use, anything this is probably about 12 inches high. If you don't have a box or a crate, don't worry about it. Just put your feet on the ground. The reason we want to raise our feet, though, is because we get a longer range of motion when we do that, right? Okay, so these are going to work your glutes and your hamstrings as long as you're thinking of pushing this weight with your glutes and your hamstrings. Here we go for 15. Remember that core, we talk about it all the time. Push that core into the ground. You want a straight line from shoulder through hips, through knees, every rep. You're doing two pushes. Here comes one, and then a final one to really squeeze that glute, right? Hamstrings, glutes. Hamstrings, glutes. Move closer to the box to get even further range of motion.
How much money would you like to save just by doing something you're already doing? How about 40%? With Allstate, safe drivers can save 40% just by doing something they're already doing. Driving safe. That's right, 40% just by driving safe. Visit Allstate.com.
5 more.
Call a local agent for a quote today and see just how much you can save when you drive safe with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Savings vary based on drive license.
Remember, straight line through right here. Last one.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans.
Way to go, man.
the sunshine breeze that I feel.